Your parents will first send you to the pastor, mountain of fire. They will pray and kabash on your head. You will find yourself chained in a church. Holy water will be your bread and tea. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Abby if you're new here, and today I want to talk about mental health. Mental health is such a trending topic right now, but I think it cannot be overemphasized. If you're Nigerian, you might think mental health, what is that? One of the key questions I want to ask is, do Africans or Nigerians, do they get depressed? If you think you have an answer to that, please leave a comment down below so I can know what you think. What's your understanding of mental health? And do you think Africans get depressed? I was reading an article a few days ago, and Nigeria again, I think this was done in 2018, was listed the second happiest African country, closely following Mauritius. So I was like, wow. Africans are happy, Nigerians are happy, we're living the dream. But does that mean there's no depression in this society? No, that's not what it means. And I feel like mental health is something that needs to be normalized and everybody needs to understand what it is. Obviously, there are different types of mental illness, among which are depression, psychotic disorders, PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder, anxiety, eating disorders. Those things in one way or the other could be mental illnesses. So there's a wide range of mental illnesses. I'm going to focus a lot on depression. We all, to one extent or the other, everybody has the ability to be down or depressed at one point or the other. I'm sure some people are always living life on a high and happy all the time. But for the most of the world though, there are times where we have a feeling of sadness and we're just in a down mood. If it doesn't leave, if it starts to linger past a certain point in time and you find yourself feeling sad all the time, then that means the person is progressing into depression. When I started thinking about this too, when I came to Canada first, and a friend of mine was like, oh, are you, as an African, this friend of mine is African as well. And she said, oh, this whole mental health thing and depression thing, we Africans, we don't get depressed. And to be honest, at that time, I'm like, yeah, we don't get depressed. By the time we pray, take it to God in prayer, it's all like done. And quite honestly, I believe that my faith and your walk with God, whatever religion you are, does help you. The fact is, some things are health related and mental health is very much a sickness. So having mental issues is almost the same thing as having malaria or having some sort of flu or cold. It is just a sickness of the mind. So today I just wanted to highlight 7 signs that could show that someone is slipping into depression. And the reason I'm doing this video though is so that we can begin to normalize this talk about mental health, so that people can begin to really prioritize self-care. Another reason is because I'm Nigerian, I know the kind of stress that we face back home. A friend of mine in an earlier video talked about the fact that we're like battling external demons and we're not even thinking about the internal demons that we have. So I think mental health is such that you have to start intentionally thinking about your health mentally so that you can rationalize those things that are really in your heart, in yourself, and you can get better and you're a complete human being. So I'm going to show 7 signs of mental health struggles or mental health issue. And full disclosure though, I have felt down and depressed on a number of times. In fact, Canada exacerbated that when I found myself getting depressed a lot more often here in Canada. But now we'll just go into 7 signs someone is slipping into depression. And the first one is insomnia. If you have trouble sleeping, not just insomnia, trouble sleeping, or hypersomnia, too much sleeping. So if you're falling into one of these extremes, then maybe that is a sign that there's something wrong mentally and you're having troubles that you don't know of. Insomnia definitely is one of the indicators of mental health struggles, aka depression. Another example would be eating disorders. If you're finding that you're not eating at all, you don't have an appetite, lack of appetite, that's a very good indicator as well. Another thing is if you're binge eating, you're eating too much. If you feel sad, the first thing you think of is a big bowl of ice cream or something. That's a clear sign too that maybe you're struggling with something. Another sign of someone who's struggling mentally too is someone who has a very flat mood. And this means you're not happy or you're not sad. Like, you don't have a range of emotions that normal human beings are feeling. Things that used to make you happy before just fall very flat. So you're not happy, you're not sad, you just have a flat mood. Your approach towards life is so that also is an indication that maybe something is wrong somewhere. The fourth indicator is tied to the third one. If the things that used to bring you joy before, you used to love to go to church, you used to love to hang out with your friends and like gist, you used to love playing sports, or you used to love watching TV, K-pop drama or something, and you're just not in the mood to do any of those things, that's a sign that you're probably struggling mentally somehow. So I think that's a very good indication too of mental health issues. The fifth sign I would say of mental health issues that I have seen here, someone that usually used to be happy or confident, self-confident, becomes sort of very touchy and having issues with your self-esteem, and you start second-guessing yourself every little thing you do. Your self-esteem is reducing. That's sign of a dwindling mental health. So that's something that you should, when you start questioning yourself and you're having like panic attacks or anxiety, maybe it's time for you to stop and think, oh, am I struggling with anything mentally? Should I be talking to someone? So I think that's a very good indicator. Another indicator here that I have seen with people who struggle from mental health issues is lack of hygiene. Because they're not motivated, they're not sleeping well, they don't even want to get up out of bed, they just don't even think about being clean. So I think that's a very good indicator also, when someone who you know used to be very clean, loves things very tidy, begins to neglect all of these things, the person doesn't even want to take a shower in the morning or whatever, then you know that, oh, maybe this person is dealing with issues that they can't just say. And when the mental health struggle or the depression has gotten really bad, then people start to think suicidal thoughts, which is one of the last steps. So you obviously don't want to go there. But you know, the way I explain mental health is that because it's just a disease of the mind, it progresses. So if you leave it and you don't attend to it, it becomes progressively worse. And that's why a lot of people start killing themselves, committing suicide. So you obviously want to take care of your mental health the way you're taking care of your body, your physical health. So that's also a sign of depression or mental health. So these are some of the signs, and I'm sure there are more. I'm just going to link some of the YouTube channels I have watched and articles I have read. And our culture makes mental health a taboo to speak of, because you know now, if you have any issue in Nigeria, your parents will first send you to the pastor, mountain of fire. They will pray and kabash on your head if you just say, oh, I'm struggling with something. In Nigeria, if you so much as breathe, I have mental health or depression, you will find yourself chained in a church. They will kabash on your head, which just means speaking in tongues. Holy water would be your bread and tea. You'll be drinking holy water morning, afternoon, and evening, so they can cast and bind the demons that are chasing you. It's very, very funny. And now that I'm in Canada, when I look back, I'm like, oh gosh, we're ignorant on so many things. And I think that this is the direction I want my channel to go, just telling you guys things I learned so that you guys can actually have a wealth of information at your fingertips and know that if I'm struggling with something mentally, there's nothing wrong with me. A lot of people struggle with it. The only thing is that they don't come out and tell you, I'm struggling with this right now. I just wanted to let you guys know that so many people in the world, in fact, it says 1 in 4 people in the world has at a time dealt with depression. And that makes it normal. So I just wanted to say that it's not a taboo. There's nothing wrong with you. People feel down, and that you need to intentionally take care of your mental health the way you take care of your body, your physical health. Just love yourself. And I wanted to stress self-care. So here, self-care, health and wellness is such a big thing. So I really wanted to stress, love yourself. I'm on a journey too to loving myself, to knowing myself more. And that's what living in a country like Canada does for you. You stop battling external forces and start thinking of how to make yourself better. So I just wanted to do this quick video. Let me know in the comments if you think depression is common in the society in Nigeria. I know it's common here in Canada, but in Nigeria as well. And I want to know what you have done that helps ward away or stave off depression. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye.